Hello my friends, I'm Brett Larkin, and in this video we're going to stretch our quads together. So I'm going to show you my favorite quad stretches. So if you've been doing a lot of running, a lot of yoga lunges, maybe some of my power yoga sequences, and your quads just need some loving, this is the perfect class for you. Quick note, you are going to want to pad your knee in this class. We're gonna do some things where you're really gonna want to have some padding underneath the knee. So if you can grab a blanket or just grab a pillow that you're gonna put under there, when we come to that section, I want you to go grab that now. So to start, come on to all fours. We're gonna start doing just a gentle lunge. So I'm gonna invite you to bring your right foot forward and keep your left knee on the mat. So make sure you line up your knee directly over your ankle. And this is just a nice first step so we can open the psoas, the front of the left thigh. So you can stay with your hands here on the ground. And I like to rock side to side when I'm stretching things out. I find that really is soothing and sort of helps me open, but you don't have to do that. And then if you're really open and you're not feeling a stretch on the front of the right thigh here, the steps would be to walk your hands back in space. So you start walking your hands back in space. Of course, rotate the palms out so your shoulders are open. We'll just take 3 or 4 breaths here. So wherever you are, just letting the hips really sink down. And a lot of times I cue in class, hug the knees together and be energetically pulling up through your pelvis. But because we're just stretching today, I really want you to open the psoas. You can kind of just let it all hang out. So just let the pelvis sink towards the floor. Shoulders down and back always. And of course, you can always have the hands forward. It's whatever feels best for you. Last breath. Begin cultivating in-breath and out-breath equal length. Good, and then we'll slide the foot back and we'll slide the left foot forward. So just opposite side, same stretch. So make sure you're lining up, knee over ankle. And then hands on the floor, hands on blocks. And it's only if you want to intensify the stretch that you'd begin walking the hands back. And again, hopefully we're looking for that stretch now on the front side of the right thigh. See if you can find a 3 count in breath. 3 count out breath. Good, 3 counts in. And 3 counts out. 3 more breaths here, wherever you choose to be. Just thinking of like your pelvis had a dead weight attached to it. I like to think of those huge cinder blocks you see at construction sites. I just imagine that was tied to my hips or my pelvis and it's just sinking them down towards the floor. Good. Last breath. All right, step the left foot back. We'll take a down dog just for a moment. It's always a nice pose to just feel what's going on in the body. So come into your downward facing dog. You can always bend the knees super deep if your hamstrings are tight or you're not warmed up. So you can always be sort of in a crouched position. I really like to teach beginners down dog this way. So if you're a beginner, definitely bend the knees, press your torso towards your thigh bones, have your fingers spread apart as far as possible, and then just extend through one leg and then the other. All right. We'll take the right leg up and back, bend the knee, stack the hips. So your right foot is overhanging your left seat. Good, and then step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. So similar lunge position, it's just wider. So the right foot's really to the right of your hand and on the edge of the mat. Let the left knee drop towards the ground. Okay, probably know where we're going here. Press the left hand into the floor. Take the right hand to your right thigh. I just want you to spin the right thigh as you twist your chest towards the ceiling. So you're spinning the right thigh open to the right. So you're thinking of this exterior rotation of the quad. Good. Once you have that, you're gonna bend the back knee. Now, if you have sensitive knees, throw a pillow under here, or I can show you one of my favorite tricks, which is just to double over your mat so you have an extra layer of padding. But of course, I'm a huge baby, so a lot of times I put either a yoga jelly or I put a whole pillow or blanket underneath my knee, especially for this sequence because we're going to be here for a while because we're focusing on the quads. So grab that if you need to. You can meet me here. I want you to press your foot into your thigh, press your foot into your hand, and press your hand into your foot. So we're finding this kind of dynamic resistance where if I let go of the foot, it would go forward or go back. but I'm gently pressing it forward. But it has the energy of pressing back. So the hand is pressing into the foot and the foot is pressing into the hand. And you want to be a little bit on the front of the kneecap here. So if you're feeling a lot of pain in the knee, it might be because you're like directly on the knee. See if you can a little bit glide. So you're a little bit more towards the top or the front of the kneecap. I like to think of the bottom of my quad as what's really pressing into the mat even more than my knee, even though it's a little bit your knee too. Good, and now twist your chest towards the ceiling. So option 1, you can stay up here on the left hand. Option 2, you can come down onto the left elbow. And that's going to intensify the stretch a lot. Good. So we're going to be here 3 breaths, and then we're going to add movement. So breathe with me. 3 counts in, 3 counts out. This is intense. Good, and now to add movement, remember how right now we're pressing the foot into the hand and the hand into the foot? All right, we're gonna shake that up. I want you to let the foot win, all right? So press the foot really into the hand, and as you do that, open your right shoulder towards the ceiling. Breathe in. As you breathe out, let your hand win. Pull the knee towards the seat and round the right shoulder down towards the floor. So you're like a little clamshell. You're gonna open as you breathe in. And as you exhale, pull the knee in as you breathe out. Good, just a couple more. Inhale to open. Exhale, pull ankle to seat. Last time, inhale to open. Exhale to fold. Good. Lengthen the leg. Take the hands underneath the shoulders. Good, and then just press yourself back. So you're just literally walking yourself back. And if you can, you want to have the quad long. So the heel is right outside. Left heel is outside of left seat. And if you can't be here with me, no big deal. Again, sit up on cushions, or you can just have both legs long. But if you can find this little quad stretch, it's nice. Make sure that the left knee is emanating directly from the left hip point. So it's not super narrow and it's not crazy wide. Do the best you can to have the knee as wide as the left hip. And then we'll inhale, reach up. And we'll exhale, fold forward. So getting a little bit into the right hamstring here. And you can always just have the hands on either side of the right leg and fold here. Or you can hold the foot. I always like to cross the wrists and take left hand to pinky toe side, right hand to big toe side. Good, slowly come on up. Maybe scoot yourself forward on your mat. And then I want to see if you can lie down. So I want you to put your right foot on the ground and then just come down onto your elbows. Now from here, reposition. So press your right foot into the ground, lift your pelvis up, lengthen your tailbone like crazy. So it's like you're scooping your abs down like an ice cream scoop from your belly button to your pubic bone. Lengthen your tailbone towards the top of the mat. And as you do that, you should feel a stretch in this left quad. So lengthen, lengthen, lengthen the tailbone and then set your pelvis down. And hopefully now you're feeling a nice stretch on this left quad. So you can be up here on the elbows. Some of you may want to lay all the way down and back. I find that this stretch works better for me when I stay active, meaning I'm up on the elbows, I'm gliding the shoulders down and back, and I'm really lengthening my tailbone towards the front of the mat. Now, if I stop lengthening my tailbone towards the front of the mat and kind of scooping my abs, it would look like this. Do you see the difference? I'm not feeling a quad stretch anymore. So again, lift the seat if you need to, lengthen the tailbone towards the front of the mat, draw your abs down, think scoop, 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 and that's what's gonna help you access this really lovely deep quad stretch. Good. We'll be here for 5 breaths, so close the eyes. Breathe into the left quad. Let's stay here a little longer. Quads are a big muscle. They take a really long time to open, so I think we want to do another 8 breaths here, so stay with me. I only want to show this for my super Gumby, dancer, crazy flexible people, so if that's not you, just ignore what I'm going to show next and stay here. But if you do have a lot of flexibility, one thing you can do is come down to lie down, so that intensifies the stretch right there, and then if you want to intensify the stretch another notch, you're going to pull the right knee into the chest. Whew. So you're up on the elbows, you're reclined with the foot on the floor, or you're reclined now pulling the knee into the chest. The goal is not to get the knee actually into the chest. The goal is just to intensify the quad stretch. So keep lengthening the left knee towards the front of the mat. And think of lengthening your tailbone towards the front of the mat. Last 4 breaths, whatever variation you're in, they're all good, no judgment. Try to make your inhales and exhales equal length. Good. Gently come up. Let the foot go to the floor. If you had the knee pulled in, gently press yourself up. And then just take the legs over to one side. And we'll take downward facing dog as a neutralizing pose, just to sort of feel what happened, the difference between the two sides. So come up into your downward facing dog. Maybe pedal out the legs. And now just notice, does the left quadricep, the left leg feel different from the right? How does the right feel different from the left? We stretch the right hamstring, but we really focus on that left quad. So I can really feel that difference in my down dog right now. Back of my right leg feels more open and my left quad feels amazing. Hopefully for you too. Let's do the other side. Lift the left leg up and back, bend the knee, stack the hips. So the left ankle is now overhanging the right seat. Big breath. Exhale, take the left foot to the outside of the right hand. So you're in a nice wide position. Nice wide lunge, take the right knee to the floor. Left foot is almost on the edge of your mat. Good, great moment to grab that blanket, pad the back knee. We're gonna be here for a really long time, so I really suggest padding the knee. I'm not doing it, but that's just because I don't have a blanket nearby. If you're at home, you do. So press the right hand into the ground, lift the left arm up and over, and then bend the back knee. Hold the pinky toe side of the foot. If you can only hold the big toe side and holding the pinky toe side is impossible for you, that's fine. It's not super important. I just like holding the pinky toe side because it helps us open that left shoulder. Again, so take a couple deep breaths here. Press the foot into the hand and the hand into the foot. So again, finding that dynamic energy, that's where you're gonna find your deepest stretch of foot pressing into hand, hand pressing into foot. So otherwise what happens in some of our stretches is like the leg is just relaxed and we're pressing with the hand, but the stretch is so much deeper when you're actually have dynamic opposition and you're engaging in both directions. You can stay here or you can come down onto the elbow if you have a lot of range of motion. So again, one is not better than the other. Notice the difference between the two sides, right? One side might be a lot tighter than the other. So if you can come down onto the elbow on the first side doesn't mean that maybe you should or even need to on the second side. Just be where you need to be. Find your breath. 2 more breaths here and then we'll add movement. Good, adding movement. Press your foot into your hand and let that draw your left shoulder down your back, spiral chest to ceiling. As you breathe in, as you breathe out, pull the heel into the seat and round your upper body. Good. Inhale. Foot winds. Press the foot into the hand. Roll that left shoulder open. Exhale. Left shoulder down towards the mat. Round. Kind of curl into yourself. Pull the heel into the seat. 2 more times like that on your own. Good. Last breath. Moving or finding stillness. Good. Hands underneath the shoulders. Lengthen the right leg. We'll come into our hamstring stretch. So you're setting your seat down. It's a little awkward. So that the right heel is outside the right seat. If you can't do this, no worries. Just have both legs straight and you'll just do a simple forward fold. Honestly, don't get caught up. Just join me and do what you can. So inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, fold forward. So you either have both legs straight or you're with me in this variation. Maybe rock side to side. Hands on either side of the leg. And if you can reach the foot, by all means, maybe cross at the wrists. Inhale, get long. And exhale, bend the elbows to fold forward. Notice if the breath is tensed up. See if you can find that 3-count inhale, 3-count exhale. Good, and then gently walk the palms up. This time we'll take the left foot to the floor. Maybe scooch forward on your mat. Good, and then come down onto the elbows. All right, same thing. We're gonna lift the seat up, lengthen the tailbone towards the top of the mat, and then set it back down. Think of that ice cream scoop scooping from your belly button to your pubic bone. So you're really pulling the abs down, pull your shoulders down. Deep quad stretch now on the right side. So we're stretching, but we're very active. Tailbone's really lengthening forward. Abs are really pulling down and back. Think of lengthening this knee towards the front of the mat. And you can stay here. You can come down onto your back. As you come down onto your back, make sure to keep lengthening the right knee forward. And keep lengthening your tailbone forward. And again, think of that scooping of the abdominals down and back. That's what's going to make the stretch work. And if you want to pull the left knee into the chest to intensify the stretch, go for it. Wherever you are, 10 more breaths. Close the eyes. Focus on making the inhales and exhales equal length. Final breath. Let go of the knee if you have it. Come back up onto the elbows if you came down. Deep breath. Good. And then gently transitioning, just lean over to the left. Come back onto all fours. We'll end with a downward facing dog to just feel any differences in the body. Send the sits bones high, pedal through the legs. And just notice how the backs of the legs and the quads maybe feel different or not from when we started. Just observe with no judgment of your body or yourself. Big deep inhale. Full complete exhale. Again, deep inhale. Full, complete exhale. Good. Drop your knees to the ground. Come to a simple cross-legged seat. Thank you so much for practicing with me and doing these quad stretches with me. I would love to hear how this went for you. Leave me a comment below and let me know. Like this video if you found it at all helpful. That will really help me out a lot. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for completely free, full-length yoga and meditation with me here on YouTube. From my heart to yours, namaste.